Drunk driving is the act of driving a motor vehicle with blood levels of alcohol in excess of the legal limit. Everyone is entitled to their right to drink, but they're also responsible for the consequences that drinking and driving has. Hello everyone, my name is Julessa Williams, and today I would like to talk to you about why you shouldn't drink and drive. I will further discuss the statistics of drinking and driving, the penalties that drinking and driving has, and also what could go on your permanent record. In 2009, over 33,808 people were killed in traffic accidents all around the world, and over 10,000 of these are alcohol related, as stated by Calculate Me Driving Facts. And half of the holiday accidents that result in fatality are alcohol related. All this could have been prevented if they would have just had a designated driver, or just didn't get behind the wheel, period. It's too many fatalities coming from drinking and driving, and an end needs to be put to this. We could save lives if more people, more so teens, think and act responsibly. During the week, 30% of fatalities that happen are alcohol related. 51% of these alcohol related accidents come from the weekend. 80% of alcohol related accidents and fatalities are due to consumption. The percentage rate of fatalities and accidents are too high, and something needs to be done to lower these percentages. If you are a friend of someone who drinks entirely too much and think that they can get behind the wheel of a car and drive, stop them. Tell them to be their designated driver. Don't let them become a statistic and be in the number of alcohol-related accidents that result in either someone being badly hurt or even death. Within the last 10 years, deaths of teens under the age of 21 are because they have been driving drunk. Accidents relating to drinking and driving happen every 45 minutes. Teenagers consume alcohol for parties. Most teens feel the need to fit in, and that's where peer pressure comes in. You don't have to do what other people do. Be smart. Don't drink and get behind the wheel of a car. Most car crashes that are alcohol related, 1 out of 3 are teenager accidents, as stated by the drunk and driving statistics. Teenagers who start drinking at a young age are 7 times more likely to be in an alcohol-related accident during their lifetime. Teenage boys start drinking around the age of 11, and teenage girls start around the age of 13. Also, the penalties that one has to face because of the choice to get behind the wheel of a car drunk are endless. When being pulled over by the police for drunk driving, they will issue you a breathalyzer test, also called breath alcohol concentration test. The legal limit for drinking is 0.8, but the law varies from state to state. 2/3 of the state pass an administrative license revocation. This is a law allowing the arresting officer to take the license of a person who refuses to take the breathalyzer test on site. And now with the zero tolerance law, it makes it illegal for anyone under the age of 21 to have any other reading of the breathalyzer with any number other than 0. If your breathalyzer test come back and it's over the legal limit, you will go to jail. Now, is drinking and driving worth going to jail and having it put on your permanent record? You will have a DUI on your permanent record. Driving under the influence is a serious matter. When you're under the influence, you don't think the way you would if you were sober. Your vision is blurred. You don't hear things you would if you were sober. Having a DUI results in mandatory jail time, and the length of your suspended license have gotten longer, and it has even gotten harder for you to get your license back after your license has been suspended. Many people with repetitive DUIs have their civil rights taken away, rights that we people take for granted. Something as simple as the right to vote. Not having the right to vote is like not having a say in this world. You can also have your license taken away for a couple of years or even permanently. You don't want a stupid decision to cost you your independence and having to rely on people to take you places, all because you chose to drink and drive. In the States, in order to get your license back, you have to take some form of DUI class or a necessity class. These classes are classes that you just sit in, you learn about why not to drink and drive, the consequences that they may have, and you have to pass a written test. Drinking and driving also results into you paying fines, and some of them fines are costly. For a first offense DUI, you have to pay at least $1,000. The fines that you will pay will vary from state to state and depends on if it's your first offense or not. You don't want to pay money that's unnecessary because for one night you decided to be mindless and get behind the wheel of a car and drive. Think before you get behind the wheel of a car intoxicated. You don't want your mistakes to come back on you. Furthermore, the penalties that one has to face because they choose to get behind the wheel of a car drunk are endless. Drinking and driving can leave a permanent mark on your record that will follow you for the rest of your life. Having a DUI on your record will cost you not only your job, but when you're applying for jobs in the future and you come upon a question, do you have a criminal record? Do you really want to have to answer that question, yes, and then give reasons as to why that's on your criminal record and what happened and go into details about that? You don't. So think before you drive drunk. You can't even qualify for a house if you have a record. Some don't want anything on your record when trying to purchase a house. They don't know what you're capable of when you're drinking, or they don't know what you may do. When people get drunk, they are capable of just about anything. One drink too many can cost you not even being able to qualify for your own house and having your own. Do you really want this to happen to you? Do you really want to go through a long, hard, drawn-out process of even trying to purchase a house, trying to get a job, or trying to get any other help from anyone, all because you chose to drink and drive and now you have a record? In closing, I hope that you think twice before getting behind the wheel of a car. Think about what is at risk when you're drinking and driving. If you feel that you're going to be too drunk to drive, get a designated driver. Call a cab, or just don't drink at all. Think about yourself first. When you drink and think that it's okay to get behind the wheel of a car and drive, it's not. You're putting yourself at risk as well as others in danger. I hope this speech has persuaded you not to drink and drive. I hope it gave you some insight on what can happen if you decide to get behind the wheel of a car intoxicated. Be smart. Don't drink and drive. Thank you.